My name is Rylee and I'm presenting my senior project. I decided to do my senior project on something that brings me joy and that I've loved for many years. My whole life I've struggled with anxiety and been really shy. The volleyball court is kind of like an outlet and a release for me. I've played volleyball since I was 5 years old and it's something that I perfected from a young age, and I feel confident in myself while I'm playing. The position that I play is libero. It's a defensive specialist in the back row. I'm pretty much just digging all the balls in the back row and communicating with my teammates and telling them where to hit on the court, and I'm probably one of the main leaders on the court at all times. I rarely go off the court, and when I do, it's just for someone to come in to serve for me. I love playing libero. It's a really fun position, and I like being defensive and just like bringing the fire out when I play. So in volleyball, there's 3 points to each play. There's a serve receive, which is when you get the pass, and then there's a set, and then there's a kill. And this happens in each play. There's usually 3 contacts. A pass is when you receive a ball from the server on the other side of the court. A set is from the setting position where they set up the hitter to hit the ball to the other side of the court to the other side's defense. And pretty much you just want to be able to keep the ball in play and be able to make good reads and be able to get the ball where you want it to be. And in defense, which is what I mainly do, is a ton about eye work and be able to read the ball and where the hit's gonna go. And you want to be able to be in the right spot at the right time. You want to have quick reflexes and quick reaction time, and you want to be able to be in the right spot and make it easier on yourself, because if you don't have good eye work, you're not going to be able to get to these hard balls, especially as you start playing higher levels and bigger competition. And defense is a lot about diving for balls and running after shanked balls that come off of your teammates, and you just want to be able to be all over the court at all times. Passing is probably one of the hardest skills in volleyball, I think personally, because you're getting balls hit at you like 70 miles per hour, and you have to control the ball, be able to get the pass perfectly to your setter so that they can set all 3 options on the court and be able to get a good hit. Passing has been something I've always struggled with personally, so it's something I wanted to especially work on with Addie, because I know how hard it is, especially as you play better competition. They start getting better at serving, putting more pressure on the ball, and all of these things that come into play. And it's really important to be able to get these perfect passes so that your team can be successful. My essay was mainly focused on the physical and mental aspects of volleyball and how both of these come into play. You can't only just be physical, but you have to be mental in the game, and that every little thing matters and every point matters, and that you need to work hard no matter what. Those responsibilities are digging and passing the ball, and then communicating to the players on the court. You have to have a really good ball control and the ability to read the hitters on the other side of the court. I'm really excited and passionate about showing what I know about volleyball to another player, and that's what drove me to do my senior project on this. The goal for this project was to create confidence in the player that I was working with and create the confidence that I've had within myself while playing the sport. To give you a little background on the player that I decided to work with, she was originally a setter, and then she ended up not being very tall, and being a libero, you don't need to be super tall, you just need to be fast and quick in the movements that you're doing. So she decided to become a libero just like me, and so it was easy to work with her and be able to show her what I know about being a libero and the position and what it takes to be a good libero. I spent many hours doing sessions and working on skills that she wanted to work on, and those skills were digging, passing, diving, out of system, serve receive, serving, all of the things you need to know in volleyball and in the libero position. And it was a lot of fun to see her grow in her position and see how good she can be. And just throughout the short period of time, we made a ton of progress and were able to bring a lot out of her. So, my first experience with volleyball was when I was 5 years old. I started playing. My uncle actually coached the volleyball team, and my sister and a bunch of her friends were on the team too. It was a fun team, and it was what made me start playing volleyball, and it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed playing. I had always been a libero, so I started back then. The thing that was hard for me was transitioning to a different coach from my uncle, because I've dealt with really bad anxiety my whole life, and doing new things that are uncomfortable for me are really hard, so that was something that was really difficult for me. So that's what made me even grow further love for the game, is that it was scary at first, but I got out of my comfort zone, and I was tough when it was the right time, and it just drove me to work harder in everything that I was doing in life. First coach after my uncle, his name was Larry, and he taught me a lot about what I know, and he grew me a lot in my position. He was a really great coach, and I enjoyed playing for him, and I was able to meet a lot of new people through that team, and it was a lot of fun. Making friends has always been really hard for me. I'm really shy, and I have a hard time getting out of my shell and out of my comfort zone. But having a volleyball team and teammates that I can be surrounded with really helped me get out of my shell a little bit more and bring more confidence in myself and make new friends through playing volleyball. My favorite memory from volleyball was my sister's senior year. They won the district play-in game, and they were able to make it to state. So my whole family went down to Coeur d'Alene for the state tournament, and we were able to watch her and see her and how much she had improved throughout her high school years, and her team was amazing, and I was able to see how well they connected and what teamwork really was, and they actually ended up winning state, and it was just an amazing experience being able to see her and her team. I was a freshman in high school, and that's when I set a goal to be just as good as she was, or maybe be better at the libero position, and it really helped me grow and see what I wanted to accomplish in the future. My sister has always been my biggest supporter, and she's been my mentor throughout my whole entire high school career. She's taught me so much about volleyball, done multiple sessions with me, hours and hours of hard work and dedication put into each session, and this helped me realize that I wanted to do this for my senior project and help someone else like she helped me, because it really made a huge impact on me and my volleyball career. One of the most important skills in volleyball is mental toughness. There's so much pressure on you in game-like situations, and you always have a ton of pressure on you, especially when you're serving and when there's a huge crowd and there's a lot of people there. Especially for me, with my anxiety, lots of people stressed me out, so I had to be mentally tough and be able to move on from that and be able to keep playing and block out all the noise and just be able to play the game that I know how to play. Cool experiences I had with Addie, the girl that I was working with in these volleyball sessions, was that she also has a little bit of anxiety, and she had hard times with her serving, and she had a lot of anxiety when she was playing on the court and serving, and I was able to work with her on being mentally tough and being positive on the court and not being nervous when she's playing. I was able to help her in a unique way because I knew exactly how she felt and how she was feeling when she was playing. Not only was I able to do sessions with her, but I was also able to go and support her during her freshman season. And I remember one specific time when I went to one of her games, she was having a really hard time and she was struggling. And I remember she looked up at me in the crowd, and I could tell she was nervous, and I just nodded at her and told her she got this and that she can do it. And this was a really special experience because I knew exactly how she felt out there and how the nerves can get to you sometimes. I'm proud of her because she worked through it and she played amazing in that game. The lesson that volleyball taught me that I was able to teach Addie is that you need to work hard for every point in volleyball and never give up, and just keep working hard, and even if things don't go your way, you got another play to work towards another point and keep working hard. A positive outlook is so important, not only just for your team, but you also want to have the drive to win and be able to work through each point. One of the coolest things that I was able to also teach Addie is that these are not just volleyball skills, but they're life skills, and that you can carry this on from volleyball into your life and be able to be tough in the things you're doing in your day-to-day life. It was really fun because we were able to use the BYUI gym up in Rexburg because my sister goes to school there, so we were able to use that gym, and it's a really nice facility, and we were able to work really hard in that gym. And it wasn't only just getting better at volleyball, but we also had a lot of fun, and were able to just laugh about it and enjoy being there and being around each other. And having my sister there was also very helpful because she knows so much about volleyball, so she was able to teach me and Addie at the same time, and we both learned so much from her and what she had taught us. It was really awesome for her to be able to train me in coaching. That was the first experience she ever had with that, and she's actually one of my coaches at Thunder Ridge, and so it was awesome for her to be able to teach me the things that she knows. One of the things that I learned from this project is that I might want to coach in the future because it brought me so much happiness, and the fulfillment it brought me was awesome, and I hadn't realized this until now that I might want to coach in the future. Seeing Addie grow into the player that she is now, and realizing that some of that might have to do with how I helped her and how I coached her, is an amazing feeling, and she enjoyed it so much, and I'm just glad that she was able to get something out of it and be able to learn so much from me and my sister, and just enjoy being there and enjoy becoming a better volleyball player. And I'm really glad that we were able to help her and teach her new things and teach her the things that we know. This is Addie. These are some of the pictures that we took while doing our sessions, and it was just so much fun because we were able to get to know each other better, and we grew a good connection with each other. And now now that I'm done playing volleyball, I'm able to go watch her and support her throughout her high school years, and still get to watch him, be there for her and support her. I'm proud of her and everything she's accomplished, and I'm really glad I got to do this project because it was a lot of fun for me and her, and it was something that I wouldn't usually do, and I didn't realize that I would have so much fun and that I would love it so much, and it was just a great experience for everyone that was involved. Thanks for listening to my presentation.